You know that feeling, right? You're trying to explain something that really matters to you, and you just see it in their eyes. They are not getting it. It's so frustrating. Well, today we're going to dive into why that communication breakdown happens so often and what the science of listening can actually teach us about how to fix it. So you're in the middle of a conversation, you're sharing something from the heart, and then you get that sinking feeling. The person you're talking to isn't really there with you. Sure, they might be nodding, but that connection, that spark, it's just not there. And you're left feeling misunderstood, or maybe even worse, completely unheard.
If that feeling sounds familiar, listen up. The good news is, it is definitely not just you. This is something pretty much everyone experiences. The bad news? Well, the reasons why are hiding in plain sight, both in the technology you use every single day, and inside your own head.
Okay, so let's start with the big external problem. These invisible walls that technology is building around each and every one of us, whether we like it or not.
You've probably heard the term filter bubble, but it's way more than just seeing different ads than your friends. The official definition calls it a state of intellectual isolation. Think about that. Algorithms are literally walling us off from different ideas. And the craziest part is, we don't even realize it's happening.
So how does this actually work? Well, these algorithms, they're always watching. Every single click, every weird late-night search, even where you are physically located, it's all data. They use this to build a super detailed profile of you. And then, to keep you scrolling, they just feed you more and more of what they think you want. The unintended side effect? They start hiding anything that might challenge you, creating this really comfortable but also dangerously narrow version of reality.
But here's where things get really interesting. As powerful as these algorithms are, they're basically just amplifying a process that's already happening right between your ears. See, technology hides information that challenges your worldview, sure, but your own brain is doing the exact same thing, hiding information that challenges your personal beliefs.
And that brings us from the global network to the neural network. We're talking about the internal, psychological barrier that keeps us from truly, deeply listening.
The fancy term for this is selective perception. Just think about it for a second. We are absolutely bombarded with information every moment of the day. There's no way we could possibly process all of it. So our brain creates these little shortcuts. It chooses what to pay attention to based on what we already think and believe. We literally see what we want to see.
And your brain even goes a step further with something called perceptual defense. If a piece of information makes you feel uncomfortable, or if it clashes with a belief you hold really deeply, what psychologists call cognitive dissonance, your brain can literally just ignore it. It can tune it out or even make you forget you ever heard it. It's like a self-preservation instinct for your ego.
Okay, so we've got these external and internal filters running 24/7, but what happens when we actually get into a real face-to-face conversation? Well, a lot of the time, we make things so much worse with our very first instinct.
Let's walk through this little cycle, because I bet it's going to sound familiar. Someone opens up to you. They share a problem, a vulnerability. And what do? We jump straight into problem-solving mode. But here's the thing. Often, that's not even about them. It's about our own discomfort with their pain. So we offer a quick-fix solution to make ourselves feel better. But what do they hear? They don't hear help. They hear judgment. They hear that you're trying to fix them. And boom, a wall goes up. The conversation is over before it even had a chance to start.
I mean, at its core, that urge to give advice is really an urge to change someone, right? And that's exactly what triggers their defenses. To really listen, you have to let go of that need to direct things, and instead just create a space where they feel safe enough to be heard. So, if we're not supposed to jump in and fix things, what are we supposed to do? The answer is we have to learn a new skill, and that skill is listening for something called the total meaning.
You see, every single message has two layers. First, there's the content. That's the actual words being said, the what of the message. But underneath all of that, there's the feeling, the emotion, the attitude, the how and the why. Most of us get so stuck on the content, on the words, that we miss the real message entirely.
So this is it. This is the whole game. True, genuine listening isn't about just hearing the words. It's about trying to understand the speaker's point of view and responding to the emotion that is driving those words. That is where the real connection happens. So how do you find that hidden feeling? Well, you have to become a bit of a detective, right? You start listening for the hesitations, the pauses in their speech. You watch for those tiny changes in their voice or of the expression that flashes across their face for just a second. These little clues often say way more than the words ever could. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to chew on.
Think about the conversations you're going to have this week with your partner, a coworker, a friend. What's just one of those interactions that you could completely transform just by shifting your focus away from the words and onto the feeling behind them?